Did the Deputy President of the Republic, William Ruto, mislead the people of Kenya, or was he simply misinformed when he tweeted on February the 16th, a Sunday no less, that the suspects in the 39 billion shilling arms fraud were in his office for not more than 23 minutes? While NTV's Olive Barrows reports, the devil is in the details.
Ni kama drama, ni kama video. In the very real sense, the dramatic production put on by Rashid Echesa against the backdrop of the DP's Harambee House Annex office played out on video. The facts may be well documented, but sometimes you just have to see it to believe it. And as the CCTV recording of Echesa's February 13th trip to the Deputy President's office bears witness, it may have read like a piece of fiction, but truth indeed is stranger than fiction. The recordings show how confident trickster Rashid Echesa drove up to the Deputy President's office in his Vogue autobiography at 9:35 a.m. like a boss, through the front entrance reserved for persons of importance. On being identified, he's greeted with a salute and the gate opened wide. He's met with the same reception on making his way into the lobby. Another salute, and the receptionists even stand up to greet him, a face evidently familiar to them. No questions are asked of him or the two Caucasian men who accompany him into the VIP lift. And at 9:39 a.m., they make their way into the boardroom. At 10:02, 23 minutes later, they make their way presumably from the boardroom back into the VIP lift. On his exit, Echesa leaves a little something behind, which could explain the warm reception he received. And at 10:05, they exit Harambee House Annex onto Harambee Avenue. The video seeming to corroborate the DP's account of events in a tweet he dispatched on Sunday, February 16 at 9:17 a.m. appearing to suggest that the scammers, he says, that visited his office in the hopes of sealing an arms deal worth 39 billion shillings were in his office for no longer than 23 minutes. But according to the DCI, appearances can be deceiving, and those 23 minutes do not capture the full picture.
On the 14th February, the year 2020, DCI officers proceeded to Harambee House Annex, seeking to be provided with the CCTV footage covering the event of the 13th February 2020. The officers were denied access to the server and were only shown 23 minutes of footage which had been taken from various cameras from the monitor, which is connected with the different cameras of the building. They were asked to record whatever from the monitor, to record on their phones or with any other device they had, record, but not being given the extract.
What was left out of the Deputy President's account were the movements in his office of the imposter General Juma, the wheeler dealer Daniel Otieno, working in cahoots with Echesa to rob blind Stanley Bruno, the proprietor of American-owned but Poland-based Echo Advanced Technologies, a military equipment supplier. Otieno reportedly having arrived at the DP's office, albeit through the back door, at 8:50 a.m., making his way up to the famed boardroom at 8:58 a.m., having been received by the now deceased Sergeant Kipyegon Kenei. He exited at 10:13 a.m., again through the back door, after a full 1 hour, 22 minutes and 52 seconds. Despite what the DCI suggests was a half-truth on the part of the DP and attempts by his officers to obstruct justice, despite what the DCI suggests was a half-truth on his part and attempts to obstruct justice on the part of his officers, the Deputy President, through his Chief of Staff Ken Osinde, stood by his version of events. Olive Barrows, NTV.